Fucking distractions. Like, I feel like this information, they're trying, something's trying me to, like, not put this information out. But, like, TV's everything. Like, I can't get away from, that's why I haven't really made too many videos. Because number one, my stories seem so unbelievable, but believable. And then number two, it's like there's just distraction after distraction, whether it's my animals or whether it's the people I'm living with. But I'm trying to just tone it out and seriously, maybe I should just put on headphones. Like, I don't have any headphones. Holy fuck. Alright, so the story goes I'm listening to so many different things. I'm so frustrated in my mind. So I met the Napoleon, and then that happened. Later on, we decided because of my ex coming back in my life and being all, we split up. Although it was more of a, hey, we need to go through take a break. And I was like, I've never taken a break and whatever, but I don't really care. Like, if that's what you want to do to make yourself feel better, yeah, let's fucking take a break. And we were allowed to do whatever. And, he's allowed to butt fuck people or whatever, and I'm allowed to do what I do. Although, I used to, like, take pleasure in being with strangers or being with whoever. Although now these days, I can't do that anymore. Like, it doesn't do anything for me. Like, it really fucking doesn't. It's like, alright, I'd have more of a chance getting off to a bubble bath. Like, for real. So, I ended up hooking back up with one of my soulmates, actually, Odin, and I was just like, like, why not? Like, I was having fun dancing, and the time came up, so that happened. Napoleon was angry and just like furious and all sorts of like, that's just my girl, and very possessive. And I don't do possessive shit. I can't. Like, it just, even if this person's supposed to be the one, I'm not going to deal with lower mindset shit. I don't have time to do that. So that happened. And then he's like, well, I'm going to cut you off and not talk to you forever. And I'm sure, and I apologize to everyone. I apologize to my divine masculine on all of you guys higher self. Like, I admit, us fucking divine masculines, we are runaways. We run away from love. We do fuck up, and we are having a really fucking rough time. Now, a lot of divine masculines are not aware of what's going on. I would be considered one of the awakened divine masculines who is aware of what's going on, sees people for what they are, and know what this whole thing is about. But I still, it's like I'm programmed. I'm literally running on a program to run. So that's what I did. And then I started this new job. And it's crazy because I don't really want to get too detaily about who, what, when, where, why, because I do have to be kind of careful about things that I say. But I will say that in my new job, my boss, I didn't think anything of, but he's very obsessed with like the devil and everything, like a lot of dark stuff, like all in his shop. And then it's just like, I don't know, like Reaper and heads of devil dolls, and really it's kind of cool and gothic-y, and then he has his dungeon thing, and it's just really, I like it. I really do. I guess it's because I've always kind of like that gothic dark scene and whatnot, but I wasn't thinking anything of anything. Now I started working with Lyft. Lyft took my money, fuck them. But I digress again. I was driving Lyft, and I had several instances, and I was working for him and Lyft, and I just kept seeing 666 license plates. And it wasn't just seeing them, it was people driving them and literally cutting me off in lanes. Like, I'd be driving, and then it would be like I get cut off by a 666 license plate. And what's funny is I was like, okay, this is really fucking weird. So I started taking pictures of it, and I started sending it to my ex, because he was like the one that I could communicate with and then explain what was going on, because he's somewhat aware of what's going on too. But he, I would say, denies it. This stupid fucking eyelash. Sorry, I'm wearing eyelashes, and this thing has been on for a few days, so it's like right up in there. Life. But yeah, and like he started thinking it was weird. It's like, that's a lot of 666 license plates. I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking documenting this shit, yo. Like, I'm fucking taking pictures of it. What's going on? So I don't seem crazy. And if you don't understand the numbers and everything, 666 I didn't ever think was a bad number. Like three sixes and nines are magic numbers to me. And but I do realize if I see 666, then I'm like, okay, well maybe I'm chasing money too hard, which I was, and not following more in line with like a spiritual path and working on myself, which is very true too. But I didn't know what it was cahoots in. And then we had what was it? Rob Zombie and Marilyn Manson in town. There was a big flyer that was like evil twin. And I was looking at it and I was just like laughing, like, I wonder if that's Napo. And I was like, nah, he's too good. Now, if I rewind the story and go back some, right before I met Napo, I was also seeing a psychic because I was confused on life and what I should be doing. And it's funny because she laughed at me. She saw my wings and she was like, and that's when I was like, all right, I know she's real because she's mentioning the wings. And I sat down and I'm like, I need you to do this for me. And she was like, I don't know why you're seeing me because you do realize you're psychic too, right? And I was like, here's $20. Read me. I cannot read myself right now. I cannot know what to do. I am so fucking lost in life. Like, I am too much up in here. Like, this is why I'm paying you. You do this. Like, holy fuck. And she's like, you're gonna start realizing like your power is like here when you leave here, like it's gonna start coming in. And it has been. And it's been coming in. I'll listen to music at the right time and it gives me the answers. The fucking license plate shit. And then turns out I've been a fucking psychic channeler since I was a kid because I was writing a story, which I'm gonna continue to write now, because now I believe I should. But it was called Akaliv. And in the story, all the characters are all the characters that I know now. But they were fantasy characters. But I linked up with the whole one reason why like the love of the main character was this guy who had wings, feathered wings, and a serpent, dragon-like tail, winged serpent, Quebesanov, Quetzalcoatl, bam. And then there was a teacher who teaches the character how to sword fight, and he was Kronale, a short little dragon, but Crownale, Napo, short reptilian, because reptilian, which is funny because I'm the other, I'm Blue Avian, but we're twin flames. And then he is a prince though, so reptilian prince in real life, and it's like that matches up to my story, like all these characters. And I've always dreaded this, and now I'm starting to like I have to finish the story because that's the only way I can like tell what's about to happen in this reality. But when they come into this other dimension and they lose their powers, they don't look like fantasy creatures. They look like human beings, all of them, and they lose like their powers, and they are going up against the twin brother of the Quetzalcoatl, who is the ultimate bad guy. And actually, Odin is Zytherius in there, and but he gets turned into a good guy, which makes sense that he'd be a good guy in this lifetime. Like I'm telling you, like I oh, there's so much I could explain, but it would take hours. That's why I have to write a book. But they come in here, and then the main evil twin of Quetzalcoatl, but he goes by Dark Shadow in my book. I didn't know anything about mythology at the time. But is evil. Well, going back to now this other part, which like I said, I'm going to have to make a few videos to continue this story because I only have 10 minutes. Yeah. We go back. I'm working for my boss, right? One who's obsessed with the devil and everything. I'm seeing 666 while working Lyft. And then I decide one day I'm going to do a microdose of shrooms. I don't even do a lot because I don't need a lot. I'm already on heightened senses like galore. Like any bit of anything just opens it up all the way like the floodgates, which is always like, that's why I prefer not to do anything because I'm already walking around high on a natural fucking high. Congratulations, Ray, you've done it. But anywho, so I'm on a microdose of shrooms. Nothing crazy is happening at work, you know, it's just like some slight movement with things. But my brain opened up this. It made the connections. And that's where I'm going to end it and tell you guys the connections.